So I want to bring Professor Williams in as well. So the Notre Dame University president wrote an op-ed a little while back about why the university would open, framing it in terms of morality versus science. He said, educating the young people who are the future leaders of our society is worth risking a good deal. And so Professor Williams, I want to ask how this has worked out for Notre Dame so far. What happened to the students who couldn't return because of COVID concerns?
Yeah, well, just to quote exactly what Jenkins said, we are in our society regularly willing to take on ourselves or impose on other risks, even lethal risks for the good of society. We send off young men and women to war to defend the security of our nation, knowing that many will not return. We applaud medical professionals who risk their health to provide care to the sick and suffering. I can't speak for everybody, but my initial reaction was kind of like terror. I mean, we're heading off to college. I did not realize that we were all going to risk our lives or something.
Right.
But that language has played well with some people, did not play well with others. But this notion that we're off to a great war, it played well with some people, but not others. As far as how it went, well, we were here, in classes for about 8 days. On the 7th day of classes, everything shut down. Or rather, everything went online. Okay, we had 147 cases after just barely over a week, and we're not that big of a university. And the numbers just kept on growing. Okay, now we actually crossed the 700 mark the other day, but the rate has been much slower. Okay, and that's why they feel better.
Wow.
But certainly Notre Dame just got off to a terrible start, and they refer to it as missteps. I think it's a little more than that.
Professor, how much of that was? I'm sorry to interrupt. How much of that was externally driven by what was going on nationally and what the federal government was saying?
Well, I can tell you this. We did testing of everybody before they came in, something like 12,000 tests, only 33 positives. And Notre Dame hailed that as a sign, well, our students have been so well behaved. Everybody's been taking it seriously. We come back, and a week into classes, we've got 147, and then it goes up to 700. So certainly, this is another argument. Should we have reopened at all? Many universities did not. But we were certainly not in the clear, either locally or nationwide, when Notre Dame resumed. I think the original idea was that, okay, this is all going to calm down during the summer. By August 10, the nation will be in pretty good shape. And we'll start classes early so that by the end of the semester, we'll avoid the big late season surge that people thought we might have. Well, the problem is that the first wave never died down. We're over 200,000 cases now. And originally people thought, hey, well, come May, June, July. But I don't think anybody anticipated that every state practically is going to drop large numbers of restrictions and declare victory. I mean, a lot of places basically declared victory when we were far from victory. And, at the same time, like on August 6th, we bragged about how we had been consulting with Johns Hopkins. On August 6th, Johns Hopkins said it was going all online.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, and, Johns Hopkins, they know something about medicine. They know something about public health. And I actually wrote a note to the provost that day and said, look, it's not too late to back out of this. But several schools, several top schools, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, they were all doing something other than fully reopening. But Notre Dame and several other schools stuck with the fully reopening approach. The national situation did not help, but I don't think we were showing good judgment either.